So I did my um, project on Black spirituality and popular culture. So we're going to be looking at the history of spirituality, and then with popular culture, we're going to look more into music and art. So when we're talking about spirituality, we're traditionally talking about the focus on a supreme God and worshiping a supreme God. However, all of this goes through ancestry. Um, Anytime there is prayer, or worship, it is worshiping and praying to your ancestors, and this believed to have a connection to a supreme God. And this also uh, really built a strong community, and it was even seen that if you didn't have a strong community, you really had nothing. And so, also with ancestors, they were believed to be a part in every large event in someone's life, talking about, you know, marriage, birth, all of that is linked to ancestors and being thankful for your ancestors for giving you those opportunities in life. Over time, we've seen some changes. It's become a lot more individualized, and there's been a lot of challenges with the church. There's also been a lot of cultures and converting to different religions, specifically Christianity being a heavy one. So my source for this was essayhistory.org. It was a really great source and article to read. It really laid out some depth behind this. So second, we're going to talk about music. We're talking about the focus on rhythm. This ties to religion and ties to culture. When it comes to rap, rhythm really brought the movement and life of the music. Also in rap, there's a lot of emotion, and it's displayed through the speed and sound. Certain parts of the song might be faster or louder, and you really just hear that emotion come through. Percussion is also really important. You have anything that can be rubbed, shaken, or hit that is seen as a form of percussion, but this can also come in word form, specifically with rap. There's words that can take place of a percussion instrument. Percussion was also really helped bring out the rhythm of music, and display the emotion and feeling behind it. We have really fast percussion, or we have slower percussion, that just really brings the vibe and feeling of the piece that you're listening to. My source for this was the Journal of American Popular Culture. This was maybe one of my favorite articles that I've read, because the depth that it had for different forms of popular culture, it was really awesome to read. So third, we're talking about body and art. So specifically, we're going to be talked about the body used as a form of art in a canvas. So we see in my pictures, you have artwork that is of the body, but then you also have an example of the body being used as a canvas. And so this displays culture and ties to history. It also redefines beauty standards as they've widened over time. And then it also addresses social changes and issues. And then my source for this was the Dolapuk Bat Gallery. This was amazing because seeing all the artwork that they had linked to their article was really beautiful to look at, and also had a lot of history behind the meaning of the art. So just to conclude, Black spirituality links back to thick roots and ancestors. It's important for connection to build community, but it's changed a lot throughout time. Music is a life form of Black popular culture. Rhythm and percussion bring life and movement to the music. And then art on the body and of the body is heavily connected to oneself and the culture they come from. It embraces confidence and beauty outside of the norm. So that concludes my presentation. I really appreciate you listening. And if you're interested, I would recommend looking up all of my sources because they were really, really detailed and in-depth. So yeah, thank you.